Hello everyone. So today I wanted to talk about my marathon progress. I'm just at 3 weeks out from the big day. 3 weeks out. It is going to be December 3rd. Folsom, California to downtown Sacramento, 26.2 miles. I have done about maybe 18 training runs total, which is kind of a lot, but since August, not really. I was going through some of my notes here, and the first 8 training days, and I was going for a 6:51 mile, and I pretty much like averaged around like 6:30, 6:40 mile because I was just running at those paces, watching my pace on my watch. I can run that pace. I ran 4 weeks ago now. I ran 18 and a half miles in 2 hours, and I had a 6:30 average pace. And all I did was say I'm gonna run for 2 hours, and I was just like kind of watching my watch and was able to hold 6:32. I took 3 weeks off because I was so fast on pace that I was actually gonna crush 3-hour marathon, and I was at about a 2:56, 2:57 pace. That's pretty exciting, but I knew that being 2 months out, I didn't need to be that excited. So I backed off, and then a week and a half ago, I ran on Wednesday for 5 miles, so 32 minutes for 5 miles, and it felt really good. The next day, I went out to run for an hour after I worked a 8-hour shift at work, and I felt so good at the end of an hour. I was like, oh, I bet I'm around 10 miles. I'm going to run 3 more laps around the park, which is 3 more miles, and I ended up PRing my marathon time by almost 2 minutes. And so my new marathon time, or sorry, my half marathon, my half marathon time by 2 minutes, and it's an hour 21 minutes. So it's not sub 120, but I know that I could do that if I went out and actually tried. But I wasn't trying to go fast. I just went out and ran by feel. Running by feel, no watch, and just kind of running how my body felt. And for those miles, like mile 2 through 6 were sub 6 minute. They're around 5:56, and they're all 5:56, which is crazy because there was a couple other miles I was running at like 6:44s when I was running with Tegan, and it was all running by feel, and a few miles were there on the dot. Like it was that pace was just down without even knowing what I was running. So I didn't run yesterday. I was a little tired, and I went and got my session of blackout done. So what I'm gonna do is the end of this week, I'm gonna go out and maybe run for like 30 minutes. And then next week, I'm gonna run on one of my days off for 30. And if it's possible, the next day I'm gonna go back out and I'm gonna run for 2 hours. I'm gonna run at pace and see how I feel because I'll be 2 weeks out. And then I'm gonna just do smaller runs with some faster pace and then just the 6:30-ish pace and then lead up to the final day. And I'm just gonna make those last 7 miles count. I'm really confident about CIM, and I don't see anything getting in the way of me running this 3-hour marathon besides becoming like insanely ill, which I hope doesn't happen. I haven't been super sick since I was like 12 years old. I had woken up with a really bad, like being sick, but I think it was from food I ate, like the day of my very first bike road race. I look like garbage. And then I've gotten food poisoning twice, but I don't eat out really, so I don't see myself getting food poisoning. But yeah, so I'm gonna at least be getting 800 grams of carbohydrates every day, low on the fat, and main concern, 800 to 1100 grams of carbs every day. Even though I'm not exercising a ton, I just want to be fueled, overfueled every day. I want all those nutrients in. I need to keep my health up. All my vitamin A, my vitamin C, all that stuff's just gonna be overloaded every single day, not just like one day and then the next day I'm eating 3,000 calories, 560 grams of carbs. It's going to be every day, 800 to 1,100 grams of carbs. I'm going to share it with you guys. Every week, I'll do a recap of what I ate and my averages for the whole week. So it's not every day and then it's like drug out. It'll just be like, all right, this week, 2 weeks out, this is what I did this week. And so that way you guys can get an idea of what I'm doing as I prepare for my very first marathon. This is my first marathon. I've never ran marathon distance. And I'm really excited to see the results after actually training for it, but minimal training. Minimal training. I don't think you need to go out and crush, 30-mile runs to do a marathon. I think it's a lot of it's mental, and it's 100%, like 95, 98% of it is your diet. Just being efficient as possible because of the fuel you're putting in your body, and just being at that precise energy level and power, and you know, you're not putting anything in there to hinder your goals. So I'm excited to share that with you guys. So thanks for watching.